Listen. So the bill that I worked so hard on, that I had a fit on a month ago, this is the opposite of that bill. The Senate sponsor decided to send it over. The original sponsor of this bill couldn't get it out of committee, so she gave it, we had it bottled up in counties and townships. It's as easy as that. I had at least 22 of you committed to voting for my legislation. 22. Many of you who are very good advocates for township consolidation. This bill is the exact opposite, that erases an over 100-year relationship that the county of Sangamon has with my township and Representative Murphy's township and not anybody else in this chamber. Nobody else. We defer to locals all the time on their local issues. I am stunned that the reprisal of a bill that I tried to do, that is a good government bill that would give the people of Capital Township the ability by referendum to determine their path forward, to determine a path forward that 75% of my friends and neighbors in this township voted to do. And if you guys vote for this bill, those 32,000 people plus in Capital Township, you're slapping them right in the face. Many of you have advocated for consolidation. The sponsor of this bill, I voted for his Belleville consolidation bill. Others have had consolidations in their communities, in their township that they advocated for. But what you're doing here is going directly against the will of my constituents by the heavy hand of the state legislature. And by the way, because I've talked to you a lot about this, talked to a lot of you about this. This comes directly from the senior U.S. Senator from Illinois, the Senate Majority Whip, who is here today with his downstate director, who excoriated me in an op-ed in the State Journal Register, and said tremendously untruthful things about my motivation behind consolidation that a lot of you support. Think about that. For some reason, the Senate Majority Leader of the United States Senate decides to show up at the Capitol today, and this bill gets called. The downstate director of that said senator was walking out of the Speaker's office just the other day, and I saw him. So what's going on here, folks? I do my best to work my bill. I get 22 of you to support it, which is a majority of this chamber, and when I get out of it, I get screwed. So let me tell you what this bill does, because it's very difficult to understand. But what this does is sever a relationship that we have been at the vanguard of consolidation in Sangamon County, at the vanguard of consolidation. And what you are doing is going directly against what my constituents want. And I see the senators in here as well. You're going against what exactly my constituents want. This is going to be, so what you're going to do, the only 4 elected officials in Capital Township are the township trustees. That's all we have. Because of the relationship of Article 90 that the sponsor of this bill wants to eliminate, that's a 120-year-old law, means that relationship where the county clerk is the assessor for Capital Township, the county treasurer is the supervisor, and we have an intergovernmental agreement with the township to carry out from the township to the county to carry out the duties of the township. General assistance, assessment, things like that. It works pretty well. And so let me tell you, folks, my tax rate in Capital Township is probably one of the lowest township tax rates in the state. I'm sure Representative Murphy is as well, because I got the numbers right here. The rate for 2020, 0.0552. My house, $150,000. I pay $27.60 a month in my property taxes, or excuse me, a year for my property taxes in Capital Township. And if you pass this bill tonight, this is a surefire tax increase for not only me and Representative Murphy, but everybody who lives in Capital Township. Everybody who lives in Capital Township, because we're going to have an assessor, we're going to have a supervisor, we're going to have a clerk. You will be expanding government when this body wants to contract government, the state which has the most governmental bodies in the country. And that's what you guys want to do. All of you that have passed legislation that I have voted for on consolidation, you're going against your word on that. So let me tell you, some of the other townships that come into Springfield, there's other townships that come into Springfield other than Capital, which is wholly contained within Springfield. So I pay $27 and $60 a year. Woodside Township, okay? Because they're a full township. $204.15. Rochester Township, $282.55. Gardner Township, $311.90. Springfield Township, $364.30. So I could very well go from paying $27 a year to $364 a year. We have a history here in Sangamon County.
Please bring your remarks to a close, Representative.
You know what? This is a personal issue for me, Mr. Speaker, as you guys know. We have a history of consolidation here in Sangamon County. Elections Commission consolidated. 9/11 dispatch consolidated.
Would anyone wish to yield their time to Representative Butler?
Animal control consolidation. Parks and Recreation consolidation. Public health consolidation.
Representative Butler, Representative Morgan yields your time. Continue, Representative Butler.
Township collectors, which passed with 106 votes in this chamber. You guys voted on it to get rid of township collectors. Which, how do we do that? We did that by an advisory referendum that told us what to do. Look, I won't belabor the point. I had 22 of you that were committed to voting for my piece of legislation, which would have died in the Senate, by the way. The Senate sponsor of this legislation would have made sure of that, but that's fine. So, if you want to blow up our township, if you want to blow up any semblance of bipartisanship in Sangamon County, go for it. If you want to be with me and continue the good things that we're doing in Sangamon Township, or excuse me, in Capital Township in Sangamon County, I'd appreciate a no vote on this. And Senator Turner, I'm happy to work with you to try to figure this out. And this ain't the way to do it. So, ladies and gentlemen, I would appreciate a no vote on this bill.